When dealing with parameters, we want to try to make sure that we can keep them nice, clean, and neat. And that can be a little bit hard sometimes. So let's take a look at this material we had created in a previous video. And you can save this or create one yourself. There's nothing too fancy going on. So it's just a material. I just named mine material parameters 01. I'm going to open that up and we're going to take a look what's going on. And inside here, we had created 3 different material parameters. Again, by just right-clicking and converting the constant nodes into parameters. The one thing that can be a little bit daunting as you make bigger and bigger materials is that once we create these and then we create corresponding material instances. So if I go to my content drawer, and this material right here is a child or a material instance of this parent node. If I open it up, you're going to see we have those parameters exposed to us. So color, roughness, and metallic. And one thing you're going to notice is that the default kind of categories that they are placed in, this one is called global scalars and global vectors. And that's okay for right now if we only have a few of these things. But sometimes our materials can become very complex and have lots of different options or specific feature sets. So let's talk about how to group the parameters so that they're easily organized. So let's go back into our material master material here, or the parent, and notice our 3 different parameters. So the first thing we're going to do is click on, say, our color. And what you're going to notice is that down here, there's actually a group, once we've clicked on it in the details panel, that says group. And by default, it's set to none. Well, if I come in here, you'll know if I click and I just try to go down the list, it just says none. But what I can actually do in here is I can come in here and name this, and let's give this a name by just typing in and call it base color. Well, nothing really happens at first. Now, though, this has a base color option. If I come into roughness, the same, and I click on the node, and I open up the material expression node here, you'll see the group is none, but now if I click down, now there is the option for base color. Well, I don't want to do that, so I'm just going to add this, say, to its own group called roughness. And I'm going to do the same thing for metallic. Make a group, delete the name out for none, and type in metallic. Okay, so now that we've done that, I'm going to hit apply and save. And let's go back to our material parameter. Now what we notice is we actually have proper named subfolders. And this can be really handy because now each of these parameters lives within a nicely organized section. So let's say that in our base color here, we actually had a multiply node, which we just hold down the M key and left click to create that. And I plug this in, and let's say I want to multiply up and down the base color. So I'm going to make another constant 1 vector by holding down the 1 key and left clicking on the keyboard. And now we've made this, I'm just going to set its default value to 1. And I'm going to create this and turn this into a parameter as well. So I'm going to right click, convert to parameter. I'm going to name this color multiply. And what we have now is another parameter. Now if I apply and save, and I go back to my material instance, what you'll notice is that I have base color, global scalar, and metallic. So again, this isn't really next to the thing I want it to be next to. So let's go back into material parameters, and again, take color multiply, but this time in its group for the material expression in the details panel, I'm going to add it to the base color section. Once I apply, you'll notice now that that parameter has now moved up into the base color section. So this little organization tip can be really great if you're working with multiple people or you want to keep track of where certain things are at inside. This is very handy for organizing and keeping clean our material instances for other artists to work with. So hopefully that helps explain a little bit about how to organize your material parameters. The last part about this that can be handy is the sort priority. So if we look at the tooltip here, controls where this parameter is displayed in material instance parameter list. The lower the number, the higher up in the parameters list. So let's say that for some reason, right now we notice that base color is at the very top. Okay? Let's say that for whatever reason, actually, I want roughness to be the first thing you see when you open this up. That's the most important one. I want to change it a lot. So let's go back into material properties and click on the roughness parameter node. In its sort priority, let's set it to 2 and apply. And then when we go back here, if we refresh the material, let's close both. So it looks like it's not responding. We could see that that has kept it low on the list. Let's try a higher value. Maybe it's the inverse of what I thought. So roughness, sort priority 500, apply. And it's still not doing what I thought it would do. Sort priority. Ah, I understand. So the issue that we're facing here is that the sort priority is happening within the category that it's inside of. So let's take a look at what that means. So if I have color and color multiply within here, you notice that roughness didn't go up when I changed its order. But within base color, we have two options here. We have color and color multiply. Let's say I wanted color multiply on top. So if I come into color multiply and set its value to 2 and apply, now color multiply is on top within this section. If we want to order these sections, not alphabetically, what I've noticed that you can do in the past is that we can add a number prefix in front. So if we did want roughness at the very top, how I've handled this in the past is you do something like 00 underscore for the group. And then for, let's say, color, we would do 01 underscore base color. And then just make sure that both things are set to that. And apply and save. And now you'll see, because of the number of prefix, we can resort this list without needing it to be alphabetical. So we can kind of decide what things need to be where in our kind of hierarchy of needs. So again, hopefully that makes sense what the sort priority does. If it doesn't work how you assume it to, that'll give you a better idea. So see you guys in the next one. Cheers.